Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, this week we are reading Act 4. All right. Now, there is not going to be as much as in Act 3. So, let's go through Act 4. Scene 1. To be able to characterize Gertrude, who is the queen and Hamlet's mother, based on her actions in Act 4. So, at the beginning of Act 4, Scene 1, who does Gertrude choose to align herself with, and how do you know this? Two-part question. And what does Gertrude mean when she describes Hamlet as mad as the waves and the wind when they struggle together in a storm? That is for Act 4, Scene 1. Scene 2. Here it is, real quick. In 2 sentences, summarize what happens in Scene 2. That's it. Scene 3. To understand how evil Claudius can be. 2 questions. When the king asks Hamlet where Polonius is, what is Hamlet's answer? Question 2. What is the content of the letters the king sends with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to England with Hamlet? What is in those letters? Scene 4. There is a summary. I will read it quickly. On a nearby plain in Denmark, like stretch of land, young Prince Fortinbras of Norway, this guy, marches at the head of his army, traveling through Denmark on the way to attack Poland. Fortinbras orders his captain to go and ask the king of Denmark for permission to travel through his lands. That's nice of him. On his way, the captain encounters Hamlet, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern on their way to the ship bound for England. The captain informs him that the Norwegian army rides to fight the Poles, the people of Poland. Hamlet asks about the basis of the conflict, and the man tells him that the armies of Norway and Poland will fight over a little patch of land that hath in it no profit but thy name. So they're fighting over a piece of land that's not really worth that much. Astonished by the thought that a bloody war could be fought over something so insignificant, Hamlet marvels that human beings are able to act so violently and so purposefully for so little gain. By comparison, Hamlet has a great deal to gain from seeking his own bloody revenge on Claudius, yet he still delays and fails to act toward his purpose. Disgusted with himself for having failed to gain his revenge on Claudius, Hamlet declares that from this moment on his thoughts will be bloody. In Hamlet's soliloquy at the end of Scene 4, what does that quote, "my thoughts be bloody or be nothing worth," mean? So again, he sees this army. They are about to go to war over a small piece of land that's really not worth that much. Okay, so they're willing to fight for something that's really not. There's good reason to fight, and he, meanwhile, is sitting there like a dope. He's got a major reason to fight. His dad has been killed. He knows this now. They validated it, and what has he done about it? Nothing really. Scene 5. How is symbolism used? 4 questions. What connections can be made between Laertes and Hamlet? What happened to Ophelia in this scene? What does Claudius do to appease Laertes? And what do the flowers symbolize in Scene 5? Here's a little clip you can watch. Scene 6. To be able to understand Hamlet's motivation for coming back to Denmark, what does the letter from Hamlet to Horatio say? Scene 7. There are 2 major events that happen in Scene 7. What does the quote mean? Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. What does it mean and who said it? And what plan do Claudius and Laertes come up with to kill Hamlet? There's 2 parts to this. It's a 2-part plan. What is the plan? And lastly, this is what the argument essay is going to be about. Is Hamlet still pretending to be crazy, or he started out that way and now like he's actually just he's lost it. He's crazy. So, is Hamlet crazy? On the chart, write down 3 quotes where he shows signs that he is really crazy and signs of his antic disposition where he claims he's going to act crazy. At the end, you will use this information to write your final essay. So, 3 things for he's lost his mind, or 3 things for no, he's just still pretending. Make sure to include, oh my god, what am I doing? Make sure to include Act 3, scene, line, numbers, as well as the speaker. I'm about to run out of time. Guys, miss you. Done.